Hi everybody, today we're going to do a sew along for the Wheaton windbreaker, the welt pocket portion. Before we get started cutting fabric and sewing, I want to introduce you to the 5 pieces of this welt pocket. This seems like a lot of pieces for a pocket, but part of the reason why this welt pocket is the simplest one you will ever sew is because it has so many pieces. That means that you don't have to manipulate one piece of fabric to turn it into a welt pocket with the facing and the lining. So there are 5 pieces for each pocket, so 5 for the right pocket, and then you will mirror the pieces to make 5 for the left pocket. There are 2 pieces that form the welt, and that is this lip and the opening, and then there are 3 pieces that form the actual pocket, which is the part where you can put your hand. These 2 pieces are cut out of lining fabric. On my sample, you can see I've cut them out of a really soft flannel because your hands will be going in there, and so it'll make it really cozy and comfy. These 2 pieces are cut out of your main jacket fabric so that it matches, or you can use this piece, which is this, to feature a different fabric as a contrast. And then when you open it up, just so you don't see that flannel, there is a facing. And that is also made with your jacket fabric so that if it gapes, you don't see your pocket fabric. And that is this piece. For this tutorial, I'm going to use 2 fabrics that have a very obvious right and wrong side. They don't match, and they're not very pretty, but this is what I have. So this is going to be our main jacket fabric. We will cut the jacket pieces out of this fabric. That means that we are going to cut pieces 14, 15, and 16 out of this fabric as well, because those will show on the front of the jacket. The pocket bags are going to be cut from a different fabric, although for your final, you could choose to use the same fabric from your jacket if you prefer. This also has a very obvious right and wrong side, which will be helpful during the instructions. I'm going to cut these 2 first because, as you can see, they are not interfaced. These 3 pieces are interfaced, and therefore, well, not this one, and therefore they can be block fused, which I will show you how to do in the next step. In order to block fuse, you will need to lay the pattern pieces that you're going to cut down on the wrong side of your fabric, and then I like to just make a little bit of a marking using my Clover chalk tool, kind of outlining the minimum amount that I will need to cut these 2 pieces. And then you can cut roughly the same amount of interfacing to cover that area. And I'm going to go to my ironing board and I'm going to fuse this down. Okay, so now I have my block fused piece. There you can see, and I would just put my pattern pieces down on top and cut them out. I'm actually making a left pocket here, so I have to flip these around, but you're cutting 2 of each, so you'll have a mirrored set, so you won't have to think about this. You can either cut with the fabric folded, so you can see if this fabric was folded, and you put this piece on top of it and cut it, you would end up with 2 mirrored pieces, 1 mirrored set. Or, if you prefer, you can cut one with the pattern piece facing up and another one with the pattern piece facing down, and you'll also have a mirrored pair.